Let me look. All right, hold on. What is today? April 5th? So it's waiting for Almont DDA. And according to this, chat is still up and running. So it's doing what it was doing before. You want me to come take a look at it? No. You search again. Oh, it's working now. Yeah. Right? Oh, there's about a 10-second delay. All right, cool. All right. It is 9:42 on Friday, April 5th. This is the special meeting through the Almont Downtown Developmental Authority. Could we do a call to order?
Roll call.
Roll call.
Dr. Glasser present. Mr. Booth present.
Andy Rose present.
Melissa Schneider present.
All right, and we have a quorum with our board. Any additions or deletions to the agenda?
No.
No. Okay. Any communications?
No.
Public? All right. Can we get a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I'll make that motion to approve consent agenda.
Second.
All right. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right, let's move forward. So the reason why we called this is we put an offer in on the property that's the old American Legion Hall, which is really owned by Chickies. All this is actually in spending authority through Holly, our treasurer, but because she's also representing us in the purchase, we didn't want any conflicts of interest. So the first one on there is we need a motion to approve the commercial appraisal to occur on the property. Normally a residential is 500. This is 750. If it was 500, my spending limit would have approved it. So if we do need that to proceed to go forward. So if someone's willing to make a motion for the 750, we can get the appraisal done.
I'll make a motion to approve the commercial appraisal of 117 School Street property in the amount of $750.
Krista supports. Any further discussion? All right, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? All right, that's approved. We had a tentative date for tomorrow, so we will confirm that that is going forward. Number 2 is the environmental study. You will see a couple things in your packet. One is the actual mortgage survey from 1982 showing the property. The other one is letters from the DEQ. A little backstory. Across the street at Dollar General, years ago was a gas station. They did an environmental on that when that switched over to Dollar General. They surveyed all the properties in the area because unfortunately that contamination, if there was any, could spread. The letter in here shows 2018 that they did studies for a while, for a year. And then if you see the notes in there, they were leaving some of their analysis spikes in the ground or whatever sampling deals they had out for at least another year. Those have all been pulled back in 2019. We are just waiting for confirmation from the DEQ that it's an all clear. If it's an all clear, if we accept that as good, then we can move forward without a environmental study. So either A, we could just be cautious and order the environmental study no matter what at about $2,200, or we can do it a conditional approval on the environmental pending our response from the DEQ. And it's up.
Just to clarify, we're capping, our intent is to cap that site anyways. So while we aren't concerned about the environmental right now, should the DDA ever sell that property, we don't want to be liable for any environmental issues.
Our intent's a parking lot. It's really not that big of a deal, but if we ever get rid of it. All right.
I'll make a motion to approve the Phase 1 environmental study on the 117 School Street property in the amount of $2,250, contingent upon prior study documentation not being available.
I'll support.
Supported, sorry.
Ashley.
Hold on one second. Sorry, guys. What did you say on prior study not being available?
I would say available or confirmed, just my 2 cents. Just because we might just get a verbal from them when she hears back.
Yep. Not being available or confirmed.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? All right, so that is approved. Being that we had everybody here and had a quorum, number 3 is we just got a Landscape Direct contract. That is their 2024 season for our fountain maintenance. So look that over. Landscape Direct has handled the fountain maintenance for,
Once they built it.
yeah, pretty much. And we have in the past went out looking for, multiple bids to help do this, and they are pretty much the only one around that handles fountains.
And they legitimately built it, so
Correct.
they know the ins and outs of.
Correct.
So this includes the opening of it, the winterizing, and then washing the fountain in the fall?
Correct.
Correct.
Okay.
And it's about, I don't know, $140 more than it was last year, but
As much as I don't like the fountain park, well, the cost associated with it at least. I'll make the motion to approve Landscape Direct 2024 contract in the amount of $2,956.
All right, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, so that's approved, so we can get that done. You guys have any, ladies, sorry, have any discussion that you want to bring up or anything? No? Like I said, I'll just note on the survey, I don't think you were here, Krista, but if you take a look, that building we are buying is connected to the old lock building next door. Angela did her due diligence, worked with the village and CCA to find out we don't have any issues tearing down American Legion. We just have to, if we tear that down, we just have to make that section of the building whole again, which could just be cinder block. But from what we can tell from inside looking at it, that it's basically 2 sets of cinder blocks. So it's basically a false wall. It's 2 walls together. So hopefully that's what the case is when we go to tear it apart. But we can do that without much issues. Now, ideally, we have reached out to contact the current owner of the old lock building. I don't know where that's going to go, but so we'll hopefully with that. But right now, the property that we are put the offer on is 95 by 100. That would basically create about 30 parking spots. If we have the whole property, it'd be over 40, which essentially is all that area behind Mikey's and Rosa's where the dumpster is. So if you think that whole area, that's the size of that for help. All right.
And we're still planning on maybe doing like a seating too? Okay.
That was what was proposed. So ideally, if we either get all the area, part of the area, whatever, we would end up having maybe 3 or 4 picnic tables there, the cement ones like we got, create a little area off to the one side. So that way the current businesses of Buselli's and anything over there could use it for what have you. But it'll make more of a, like a gathering area. And this is all in the social district as well. So the complaints that they're having with chickies and people out front, she'll now have a whole area that not just she could use, but everybody can use for all that. So I think it'll be good. All right. Yes. We don't have enough of it. I was talking with a business. I had breakfast at Maria's the other day, and she said the same thing. We just don't have enough parking. I was talking to a resident at actually getting my chiropractor adjustment. He said, I love how busy downtown is, but now I can't even get a parking space. So we're addressing that too. We have some carry-out only parking spaces going up, signage.
should be in next week.
They should be in next week. So we're going to have 2 over by Rose's, Mikey's, and Maria's. And then there'll be 2 over by Victor's and Roots. So that way those will at least stay open for all the carryout stuff. We are getting word that a lot of those people that are parking closer to the doors are actually employees. So Angela's going to work on getting the message out to say, this is why we have the use agreement with the church parking lot. Go park over there. So we're going to address that. But yeah, parking is a huge issue. We are going to work on some other, we won't name them yet, but there are some other lots eventually we will probably make offers on. We already have, but some other ones trying to free up some land.
Yeah. This new parking lot is going to benefit multiple. I mean, everyone on that side. Jocelyn's Dance doesn't
Mhm.
ever have any
No
parking.
parking for anyone.
Mandy J's doesn't have parking.
Yeah.
Silly's doesn't have parking.
Correct. Right now, I think I went, and don't quote me on this, I think it was 5 spots out in front. That's essentially all they have. We will address Howard's, does have a bunch of cars back there. In the last meeting, there was a map that showed what Village owns, what Toth owns, what Howard's owns, what we potentially might own. So this section here, this 95 feet across the back, we will probably end up putting a fence there just to block off all the cars that are parked. So there will be expenses coming down the road, but at least if we secure this, it's forward motion. Any other discussion or questions? Nope. Good. I think we adjourn the meeting. We need a motion to adjourn on a special.
Sure.
I get a motion to.
Oh, no, just adjourn.
Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't think so. We're going to adjourn at 9:53. Think so. Thanks for taking time out
Thanks
of
for
your
being
day.
here first thing in the morning.
First thing in the morning.
You've been up all night.
Well, I've been working since 7:30.
Um,
It's my short day.
Let me know when that's off.